One of the big dangers I think that face pastors today is that because we want to connect with people, we want to sense that they are connecting with us, is when you preach a while, you begin to see that when you are, say, explaining a passage, doing exposition, people can get kind of restless. And when you stop and tell a story, they'll ease back and they'll listen. They'll even get quieter if you tell an interdirected story. So it'd be something like this. As I'm explaining the text, there's a little coughing, people are restless, and then I say, last week I had a hard time. Let me tell you about it. As soon as you do that, everything goes silent. I mean, the babies stop crying. They want to know how you feel. Well, that's a good thing, and it's good to use interdirected stories from time to time. But what can happen is because when you use interdirected stories, you spice it with a little humor and you put a little Bible with it, you'll have people telling you it's the best sermon that you've ever preached because they connected with the story. Doesn't mean they know what the scripture taught, but they connect with the story. And this is something I say it's a lot, but I can tell you how to get them really quiet. For me to do that, and that's to tell them about my dog. Sunday, preacher's dog, great dog. Just the most beautiful golden retriever ever seen. And he was wonderful. When I came home, he was sitting there. He'd look at me smiling. Didn't matter what my day was. Sunday was always there. He was my buddy. I used to jog with him, swim with him. One day I took him out for a run, and he couldn't get in the car. I took him down the vet, found he had a raging case of leukemia, and I had to put him down then and there. I remember walking out carrying his collar. I can tell that story and have grown men weeping, and invariably have somebody come up at the end of the sermon and say, "Pastor, that is the greatest sermon that you ever preached," and it was about my dog. So we need to be aware of those things. It can be seductive. We need to use interdirected stories, but and so the danger is to move away from the scripture and give them a little bit of the Bible and a lot of stories and a lot of humor because we like the feedback. But we have to remember that the word is sovereign. We are to preach the word. Here's the preacher, here's the Bible, and there are the people. The Bible is what I'm to explain to the people.